What's going on, y'all? It's your man, Mr. Armani. Out here, it's a beautiful day here in my neighborhood in New Jersey. And I want to talk a little bit about the R&B Divas of LA, the reunion that premiered last night. I know many of you watched it, and I just want to talk about it. You know, I can post on Facebook about it all day. I probably still will, but I just want to have a conversation about it, even if it's just me talking to you. That's all right. First of all, I thought the reunion was really good. I thought it was good. I thought it was honest for some of them. I enjoyed Wendy Williams as a host. I mean, Wendy could be a little tacky sometimes. Like, I feel like it was a little tacky for her to ask Kelly Price in front of Shantae Moore if Kenny Lattimore was gay, especially when she'd already kind of covered that. But that's Wendy for you. That's how she is. But I think for the most part, she did a really good job hosting, because that's what she does. She's a talk show host and was a radio show host, so she knows how to interview, and she knows how to talk, and she knows how to get people to talk, and she knows how to hold down the fort. You know, when Joe Claire hosted the R&B Divas of Atlanta reunion, it was really crazy, because he wasn't talking. He was, well, not that he wasn't talking, but he just wasn't strong enough. He wasn't a strong enough host, I think. You know, and anytime you have to kind of let somebody else intervene to take your place, that says a lot. But anyway, I think I'm gonna start at the top as far as the divas are concerned. Kelly Price. I have to say I'm very disappointed in Kelly Price. I never knew that her personality was the way that it is. I feel like she's a real life Effie White times 10. You know, and that's saying a lot. Because Effie, if you say, anyone who saw Dreamgirls know that Effie was kind of a, you know what, you know, kind of a B word, a little bit, you know, and I think Wendy Williams hit the nail on the head. She said, Kelly, when you're not in control, you don't want nothing to do with it. You don't want to be bothered. You keep your shades on and you don't want to talk. She said, why were you always talking with your shades on? And I don't believe that she, you know, they're prescriptioned and I can't see without my glasses. Okay, yeah, maybe you can't see without your glasses, but you can take your glasses off to have a conversation with somebody, so someone feels like you're taking them seriously and you're not bullshitting them. You know, excuse my French. So that was the one thing I peeped, and I think Kelly Price is an amazing singer. You know, she's still one of my favorite singers. I still bump her music. I still bump her last album she put out in 2011, because it's good music, you know, and she's got an amazing voice. Never take that from her. And I've been a fan since she first came out, you know. So I mean, in my mind, I always thought of Kelly Price as this sweet, down to earth kind of church girl with this amazing voice, that if you met her, you'd love her, because she'd be inviting you over to her house to eat dinner and laugh and cook and all that all the stuff she seemed to be in the first couple of episodes. And then episode 4 came when she met Fred, and damn, you know, all of that was gone. She was up in his face, and I just felt like, you know, when you have cameras on you, you know, there's a certain decorum you should have. But even if you don't have cameras on you, there's still a certain amount of decorum you should have. You're multi-platinum selling Grammy nominated artist. I don't expect that from someone like her, you know. But moving on, I absolutely love Shantae Moore. She's my favorite of the R&B LA divas. R&B Divas LA ladies. Love her. Have no complaints about her. I think she's beautiful. I think she can sing. I love her new album. I've been listening to Shantae Moore for a minute, you know, so when I found out she was going to be on the show, I was really excited. And I'm glad that more people know the talent that she is. You know, they know that she can sing. They know that she's gorgeous. And, you know, I think it's really foul how Kenny Lattimore tried to take her son away from her. Like, that's corny. Man up, son. What's wrong with you? You know, I mean, I don't think that was cool, and I think he's gonna catch some flack for that if he's not already. Michelle, honestly, most of the season I felt like she was just there, you know, but she's talented, you know. I think she's funny as hell too. She's very funny. Little Mo, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with. I love some of her music, and I honestly think she can sing. What I don't like about Mo, I mean, minus the hood factor, I mean, that's just who she is. She can't help who she is. She's just hood. That's who she is. But I think my issue with Little Mo is she does a little bit too much tooting of her own horn. You know, if you're really that dope, you don't need to toot your own horn like that. Kelly Price is dope. She don't never say how good she can sing. She just stands there and blows you away. You know, and I feel like if you really working with all that, it's gonna show. But the one thing I will say I respect about Little Mo is that she will tell you how she feels. She's gonna tell you how she feels. Like, you may not like it, but she's gonna tell you how she feels. I do wish that she was a bit more forthcoming with Kelly initially, because I felt like she completely jumped on Dawn Robinson, who Dawn Robinson is not anybody's aggressive person at all. You know, she's very meek. You know, so I felt like Mo kind of bullied her a little bit, which then brings me to Dawn Robinson. We've all grown up listening to En Vogue. You know, we know Dawn Robinson's voice. We remember when Dawn left En Vogue. We remember she left Lucy Pearl when she tried to put out the solo album and went back with En Vogue, and now she's not with En Vogue. And, you know, so I think for over the years, people have thought this woman is probably crazy. This woman is probably hard to get along with. She's probably very difficult. You know, and here was her chance to show people that she's not that. And I don't think, like, she didn't come off confrontational at all. I don't know what she was like back when she was with the ladies and with Lucy Pearl. You'd have to ask Dawn, or I'm sorry, you'd have to ask Tori or Cindy for that. Tori or Cindy. Little Mo was crazy as hell for that. You know, but I feel like Dawn, maybe I want to give her the benefit of the doubt, you know, because she's been through so much. You know, I remember her being married to her ex-husband, Dre Allen, who was this allegedly this underground R&B soul singer that had this little slight cult following. I remember him posting MySpace blogs about how cruel his wife was, and he was talking about Dawn Robinson when he was the one having babies and beating on her. But you know, whatever. But yeah. So, but back to Reunion. Claudette. Forgot about Claudette. Claudette, I think, is really beautiful, and I really hope that she rebounds. I hope that they use her beauty and her skill as a vocalist, and I guess she's a songwriter too, to really make some moves, because she's talented. She's talented, and I think it's really sad that, you know, she's Grammy-nominated artist who's had some success and she was sleeping in a car with her kids, you know. But that lets you know that everybody falls on hard times and nobody's life is perfect, no matter what it is you think. Did that cover? I think I covered everybody. Okay, back to Reunion. First things first, I wish Dawn Robinson was there. I don't care that she feels like, oh, I don't want anything to do with drama and this. You know what? No, you were a part of the cast too. You had every right to be there and speak up for yourself. For whatever it is they wanted to ask you, you know, even if you want to say no comment on certain things, I still feel like she should have been there, you know, because in my heart, I guess I'm a Dawn Robinson fan too. I'm rooting for her, even though, honestly, man, she's not a solo artist. She needs to get back with En Vogue and stop tripping. Like, I'm sorry to say it like that. I think she can sing, but she's not a solo act. She is a group singer, you know, and En Vogue is probably my favorite female group ever, you know. I love them, but I feel that way about all of them. I feel like all 40 original ladies need each other, you know, or need to be in a group. The only member of En Vogue that can stand on her own, I think, and be successful is Rona Bennett. And Rona's not even an original member. She's a replacement, you know, but she's talented. Shout out to her. What's up, bro? You know, but you know, I feel like Dawn needs to kind of stop trying to be solo and get back with the group and just make the money. If SWV can do it, y'all can do it, you know, because Terry and Cindy are still willing to work, you know. And I think Dawn's reaction to how the doctor told her, you know, you are 47, it's going to be tough for you to have a baby. Her reaction of, oh, he can go to hell. I mean, honestly, it gets harder for women who are of a certain age who try to have kids. So, I mean, I don't know why she took that so personally or got so upset. I guess because she just really wants to have a child, but she can always adopt. Anyway, neither here nor there. Back to the Reunion. I feel like Kelly did a lot of dodging. I felt, especially the Mariah Carey question. She knows she was talking about Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey is the only person in the business, well, not the only one, but one of the most successful one in the business, who everyone is now asking what happened to her voice, you know, because we know she lip syncs, we know she doesn't sing live, we know that when she tries to sing live, it doesn't really sound good, you know, so that's what she was talking about. I mean, whether she could have owned up to it, I mean, it would have been a real G move had she, but I guess she doesn't want to just put herself more in the doghouse with people, you know. And like I said, I feel like she just made excuses the whole time, you know, rather than just come clean like, yo, y'all, I'm sorry, I was acting like a real bitch on the show, you know, like, I don't know, something other than trying to act like she really wasn't all that bad, you know. I vote Wendy Williams to host all of their diva reunions now because she gets them to talk and she gets them to be honest. Well, most of them, like I said before. Yeah. And that might sum it up. I mean, we'll see what happens next week. You know, Kelly jumps up in their faces and Fred Thomas Jr. comes and has a seat on the couch to tell his side of the story. So I think that'll be interesting to see because Shantae tells Kelly, like, I don't think you were telling the truth. And, you know, it's going to be really interesting. So I'll be back next week with more comments on it. Oh, and briefly, to touch on Tyler Perry getting up in TD Jakes' pulpit and laying hands on him. Come on now. I don't like performance in when you're bringing God and stuff. I feel like that's really whack. Write your check, do what you're gonna do. You can get up and announce it. Who cares? But all of that other stuff, it was. I don't even believe any of it was real. It's real talk. I don't. You know, I feel like it was a lot of performance. So, yeah. All right. That's all I really have to talk about today. If I got anything else, you know, I'll be back. All right. So, subscribe, hit me up, and I'll talk to y'all later. All right. 1.